This next activity can be found in the lesson activity toolkit as well. Under examples, category sort image. You can use images or you can use words with a category sort, which is kind of nice. Get that out of the way. As you're taking a look at the category sort, one of our, sorry about this, let me cut that. One of our goals for one of our students, actually a couple of our students, is to accurately use measurement and tools of measurement and units of measurement. And measurement is a huge umbrella under the Illinois Learning Standards. So one thing of measurement could be to be able to tell an acute angle from an obtuse angle using visual inspection. So a student could use this as a center, or they could use this, you could use this as a whole class activity or a small group activity. They would drag the angles to where they think they would go, and I'm going to intentionally get some wrong so that you can see what happens when I do get them wrong. And of course, students can, as a group, discuss whether they agree or disagree with these answers, and then when they're done, there's a check button that they can hit. And if they're working by themselves and they're kind of a little bit lost, you know, if they look at this and go, wow, I don't know what the deal was with that, they can hit the solve button and it will solve it for them too, so they can see what the answers should look like. So that's a pretty powerful thing. That has unlimited opportunities for all the different times that we have students categorize things into different groups, dichotomous groups. Okay, with the reveal possibilities, what you must remember before trying the reveal in our activity options are some powerful things that occur on the drop-down menus for the objects. This is an object-oriented environment that we're dealing with in Smart Notebook. In other words, unless we intentionally click on letters to make them text, right now they are objects, they are not text. So bring forward and send backward are helpful when you want to put text onto an object. For example, I inserted a button from the graphics picture files, and if I bring it up here, you'll notice that it's completely covering the text. And there are times at which I don't want that. I want it maybe to go into the background of the text. Maybe I want the text to go onto this button if I can get that to happen. Now right now, that's not occurring. But if I go to my drop-down menu and I go to Order, I can send this either back, send to back, or send backward. Send backward takes it down one level, and send to back takes it to all the way to the bottom of all of the object levels that you're dealing with on the page. Okay, it really depends on how many objects you're dealing with that you want to layer. The possibilities are endless. I just want to send it backward. Okay. Oops, I don't think I hit that hard enough. Send it to back. And you'll notice, oh, it made me send it to back because I had several images, excuse me. But you'll notice now my button is in the back and my words are up front, and that's the way I had wanted it, so that's kind of nice. But knowing that order is going to be very helpful to you if you are playing with the reveal option. So this slide might be something you want to hold on to. Now with each of the slides for the reveal, some of these are found in the lesson activity toolkit. Some of these I am using because when I went through training, they were given to me to use for training. So please understand that I personally am not claiming ownership of any of these. These are samples that I've gotten through SMART, but I have made things similar to this. But you can take these and change them to meet your needs. You definitely have permission for that. But the important part of all of these is that there's this little question mark up in the left-hand corner. And when you click on it, it's going to tell you how to make this, okay? And this is where the bring forward, send back options, bring to front, send backward, those are going to be really helpful to you if you choose to make these on your own. But right now, what is the capital of New York State? Well, this is the most basic reveal function in SMART because simply you take New York State and you move it and it gives them the answer. Now the possibilities for that for a child with an IEP are endless. The engagement that they would have with that, the fact that they don't have to write it out but they can simply move to check their answer, the immediate gratification, all of those things are very helpful. Now talking again about our computation goals, there's the erase to reveal. Now what this is simply you've typed up a math problem for them on a page, and what you've done is you've set one of your pens to the same color as the background and you've colored over the answer. So to get any writing off of a smartboard page, pick up the eraser and you erase to reveal. And there is your answer. Okay, so this could have, again, countless possibilities as far as the student with computation issues is concerned. You can show just what the first number is if you're using this algorithm with them. I'm going to warn you that the order of objects one is somewhat complicated for the new smartboard user. But if you've been using the Smart Notebook software for a little while, and you're fairly comfortable with bring to front, send to back, bring forward, send backward, then the instructions for order of objects won't be too difficult for you. If you don't want to make completely your own, this is editable, so you can come in here, copy this, and just use this one. But how many times when we're dealing with especially our ADD, ADHD, students on the autism spectrum, kids that we have to focus their attention on one thing at a time, this is really nice, especially with the sequencing goals that we see. Items to pay close attention to while proofreading. Okay, we don't want to give them a whole list at one time, especially if they have writing goals. So as we pull down, we can just ask them, okay, please check for misspelled words. Then all it's showing them are misspelled words. And for the visually impaired, it doesn't have to be red and white that's up here. It can be whatever combination assists them in seeing the best. And really that's up to the individual child and the individual instances. Like if you have a child with albinism and they have visual impairments due to that, there's certain chromatic issues with that, so you would have to set your screen up accordingly. But as you go down, you can see the potential for the students can also do a self-check. They can just pull and continue checking through their work too.